All right, guys, was able to get everything together, and that is what it looks like. I'm going to walk you through some things now. Just for anyone else who wants to attempt this, the rear end stock on the stock skid with a smaller lug track, mind you, was 16 inches at the back of the tunnel. Now we're at about 19 and a half. So it went up 3.5 inches, which isn't too bad. There's a lot of tunability and adjustability on the Xtra-10 skid, and if I want to, I can bring it down easily. Plus, when you sit on it, it's got some natural sag, which levels it out, but it's not too bad. And I have a set of plastic skis coming, which will lift the front end up a little and line everything up even better. So anyways, when you put this skid in, you want to make sure you attach the front bolt first. And a lot of you are gonna, if you try this, you're gonna have the rear end of the skid in there and you're gonna say, WTF, the holes don't line up. But like I said in the previous video, 23 inches from your front hole to your rear hole is what helps. Is if you loosen these springs, so the springs over the bogey wheel, you'll actually take that off. If you have the back end of your snowmobile jacked up, you can spin that spring right around on both sides and drop the skid, so you can move it around and get it in there. Now, so what I did on the rear here is I actually had some drop plates that I put in, and that was quite a bit of work to make sure this point right here is still 23 inches from that front hole up there, in case I ever want to drop this down. Say I'm gonna go play in the mountains with my buddies and need to have that extra travel for carving on the sides of hills. No, that's a joke, but I've got the drop plates there in case I ever want to jack the rear end way up. The track went in good. That is an inch paddle. If I can turn my flash on here, you can see clears in the tunnel. There's plenty of space. And again, that was using 4.5 inches down, or not 4.5, excuse me, correction, 4 3/4 down for the mounting holes. The reason for 4 3/4 is because that's how far down your drive shaft is, and you want to keep everything centered. There's a lot of tunability in this skid. I think I said that at the beginning, just being repetitive here, but you can actually move this hole, or this bolt, and this whole arm down on this skid, or on this piece here. If you want to shorten it up really quick, you can shorten up your limiter straps. Yeah, I know I didn't answer everybody's questions, but if you can't figure some of these things out on your own, then you probably shouldn't be doing the project. I'm gonna go take it for a ride around the lawn since we don't have any snow. Look from 360. So yeah, there it is. And on the outside, on the rear bracket, it actually went really clean. I pop riveted that drop plate in there, and I had to cut out some of the drop plate on this side because I left the stock mounting plate in there. That way, if I ever want to, I can convert back to the stock skid in probably an hour. I could go back to stock skid, stock track, if I ever needed to, or if I ever was to sell it, which I'm not. But that's that.